Hey everyone, today we're going to talk about the optimized idle system in your Freightliner truck. A couple of things with this. We're going to start by talking about how to set you up for success, you and the truck for success. Once we've gone through that, we'll talk about how to arm the system, and after the system's armed, we'll talk about the behavior that you can expect from your truck. Okay, so the first thing, you want to make sure that you're parking in a safe place, and preferably one that's not got a lot of sunlight coming through your windshield. With that sun coming down, it's going to make it a lot harder to cool the truck. So don't do what I did and park directly in the sunlight. This is just for the video, right? Once we park in a safe space, we're going to start our truck. We want to precondition the truck, right? We want to get it to a point where it's nice and cool inside the truck before we ever arm optimize idle, so that way it's starting from a comfortable spot. Once we've got the truck on and we're letting it cool down a little bit in here, look at your dash just to make sure that you don't need a regen. It's going to be a whole lot easier to do a regen before you arm optimize idle instead of it starting for a regen in the middle of the night, cranking up to 1200 RPM, shaking the whole cab and waking you up. Take care of that regen first. If your regen is good, next thing you want to do is head into the bunk and set your bunk settings. So once we're back here, we need to make sure that we do this before we ever arm optimize idle. This is crucial for comfort mode. We need to make sure our fan blower is already turned on. You can see that I've got mine turned all the way up. And then also just go ahead and set your temperature. If you have it set as cold as it'll go, that's 68 degrees. So whenever this truck sees it's 72 degrees back here in the bunk, it's going to turn the truck on, it's going to cool it all the way down to 65 and then turn itself back off. Once you've got both of these set, you can head back up to your driver's seat. And once you're here, first thing you're going to check is that you've got your Recirculate button on. This is the only dash control that matters in terms of comfort mode. What that Recirculate button is going to do is it's going to make sure that the cool air in the truck stays in the truck. It's not going to bring any of that hot air from outside to try and cool the truck down. We've got Recirculate on, we took care of our regen, we've checked our bunk settings. The next thing we're going to do is actually arm optimized idle, right? We have our quick select buttons right down here on your steering wheel. You're going to hit that one time. You'll see engine idle adjust. We don't care about that. Hit it one more time, optimize idle. This is where you want to be. After you see this screen, hit OK. Now that we're here, the last step, the most important step for your comfort, interior comfort. It's going to default to off. We want to hit the right arrow one time to turn that setting on. If interior comfort says on, press OK. Truck's now going to be in standby mode. Here in just a second, our truck's going to turn itself off, and it's going to monitor for that battery voltage, and it's going to monitor your cabin temperature. So what it's doing, if the battery drops below 12.2 volts, truck's going to turn itself off or turn itself on for 1 hour. While it's on, it's going to be charging those batteries to make sure that you don't have to deal with any jump starts in the morning. Along with that, it's going to monitor for your bunk temperature. Like I said, I had it set to 68 back there. So as soon as it sees 72 degrees, it's going to turn itself on. It's going to cool up until it gets to 65 degrees in the bunk. Then it's going to turn itself off. It'll turn on for both of those reasons throughout the night, but it'll make it all night long. So whenever you wake up in the morning, all you need to do, come up here, give your truck a key cycle, and you're ready to go. To set yourself up for success, make sure that all your bunk blowers are open. It's not going to do you a whole lot of good if that HVAC system's on and it's not blowing any cool air on you, right? Another thing, set yourself up for success before you fall asleep. Set those fans in a direction where it's not going to blow directly in your face and wake you up in the middle of the night, okay? That's all I have for you. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to your DM. The two biggest tips to set you up for success: make sure that you are arming optimize idle while the engine is on. And then second, make sure that you're turning your bunk fan blower on before arming optimize idle. Those are the two biggest reasons that comfort mode doesn't work properly.